The Wendigo. There was once a rich bitch who wanted to go to northern Canada to hunt, but he wanted somebody to be with him for this hunting trip. So he asked the people around, but nobody would offer to go because they said it was way too dangerous out there, especially because there was a snowstorm. But there was this Indian guy who desperately needed money, so he decided to go with the hunter. His name was Defago. Once they got to a certain spot, it was time to set up the tent and get some rest. That night, neither of them could sleep because the wind was way too loud and it was actually speaking. It said,
Defago, how are you?
The hunter was like, "What the fuck was that?" And then Defago told the hunter, I went out with the Wendigo one day and we had one date and now he won't leave me the hell alone. I don't know what else to do." Then all of a sudden the wind blew more and more. And this time it said,
Defago, I want to be your sugar daddy.
Defago started to get scared and went on a fetal position. And then all of a sudden, the wind blew even harder. But this time it said,
Defago, I got some candy.
That's when Defago stood up and tried to run from the tent. But the hunter pushed him down and said, "You stupid bastard, you can't just leave me here by myself." And Defago said, "Yeah, I can. You're not even paying me that much, bitch." And then the wind howled again. And this time it said,
Defago, I just bought some new sex toys.
And then that's when Defago socked the hunter and ran. The storm was worse than ever. As he was looking for Defago, the storm got worse and worse. But he did notice footprints on the snow. He followed them. But then he noticed that the footprints were getting wider and wider. There's no way that a person can just step so far and then all of a sudden they stopped. But the hunter could hear a voice in the distance saying, "No, no, no, not my anus. No." And then the hunter was like, "What the fuck?" And then he heard humping noises up in the sky. And then the hunter said, "All right, I'm getting the fuck out of here." So he goes back to the tent, makes sure to leave some food for Defago and some lemonade, and makes sure to urinate on the lemonade. He came to the country club, and everybody was talking about how Defago is missing. Nobody ever saw him again after that trip. And then the hunter was like, "I don't know, he just ran off. And I tried to look for him, but I couldn't find him." The next day, he came back to the club and he saw a man. His face was covered with a hat. And he thought, this has to be Defago. It looks like him, even though he couldn't see his face. So he walked up to him and he's like, "Is that you, Defago?" No answer. And he asked again, "Defago, is that you?" No answer. So he decided to take the hat off and he screamed. Under the hat, there was nothing but a pile of ashes. And then Defago said, "Yes, it's me. And by the way, you still owe me that paycheck."